Hey women, did y'all ever have somebody that you really never loved, that you really never did, and they went to somebody that you really did love, and they made up lies about your relationship, and they said stuff like y'all were talking and y'all were doing things behind your lover's back, like sexually and otherwise, did you ever have anybody like that? Well, there was somebody that was an abuser and did stuff like that. And of course, the man that I loved is dead and gone, and yes, he was a cruel, mean, narcissistic SOB, but I loved him, and yes, it was heaven or hell with him. It was either I'm on cloud 10 or I'm in the depths of hell in the caves and prisoned was the relationship. But you know what? I loved him, and he's been gone for almost 2 years, and I still love him, and I still listen to music and think about him. I still can cry over him. And now that I lost my 2 dogs, that I spent a lot of time in the woods with him and my dogs, and swimming and camping and road tripping and going to ghost towns and all the other stuff that we did. I lost that part of my life, and here's my sweet boy. I love him so much. And yes, I have my other little family, but it's just, after he passed away, there was a lot of things I found out, and I had to spend a lot of alone time to figure out what had actually happened. And one of those things that I realized was how there was a certain person that would go to him and lie about me. I guess thinking that I was going to return to him, even though I never loved him. And I was so thankful that I never had to speak to him again or, have anything to do with him. And that was a part of my life that I want to forget. That person wasn't me. It was me, but that part of my life was a very, very tragic part after a divorce, and I was not a good person at that point. I was drinking a lot, and then I gave my life to God, and I started going to church, and that's when me and the man that I loved got together, and I had known him already since we were kids. So I am still going through a lot of healing, and I still do cry for my 2 dogs that I lost and for the man that I loved. And I just wanted to ask if anybody has ever went through other people lying on them about things that weren't true, and how you deal with it and how you cope with it. And I guess for me, it's just something that is part of life when you deal with somebody that has an ugly soul. And I have a lot of good friends, and not a lot of good friends. I have the friends that I have very, very good friends. I have a good support system. I have good friends that love me and take care of me, and they are my family, and I'm glad for the life that I have now. I don't have very much, but what I do have, the Lord has blessed me with, and I'm very thankful for what I do have. And I had to go through a lot to get to this place. I had to go through the fire to come out of the oven, and be renewed. But I'm there, and I'm really glad for the things that God has blessed me with, because He had to put me through the fire in order to come out and be renewed. And I'm still going through things, but I am following His will, and I'm allowing Him to work in my life. And whatever evil people have done to me before, I've had to go in front of the Lord God and ask for forgiveness. For hating them or whatever, and then I've had to forgive them, because there's a lot of people in hell right now that didn't forgive their abuser and didn't forgive themselves for allowing themselves to be put in bad situations. So anyway, I have this on my head because my hair's wet, and I'm fixing to take my pupper dogs out. So anyway, I just wanted to ask that, and that was all I had to say. And thank you for letting me share my story. I appreciate y'all. Have a blessed day.